Hello everybody. This is part of series of videos in which we are providing some knowledge on different aspects within the S4HANA system. Today's session is focused on the data migration using the Migrate Your Data app within the Fiori Launchpad. So let's go straight into it and see how it is done within the Fiori app. Slash. So I generally take the shortcut because I forgot the URL. So this is the transaction code to open Fiori Launchpad from the GUI using the transaction code. In this case, /n/uy2/flp. If I go inside, it's going to take me to a browser, and in this case I have to proceed because yeah, because it is not HTTPS. It gave me this error, but we can ignore that. So let's log in. So once we are inside, we can, sometimes it takes a bit longer to open the home page depending on how many groups you got assigned to your user ID. So let's now try to find out the app Migrate Your Data. I got a different video in which I have detailed out the steps in through which you can activate this particular app, because sometimes this app is not active and you may not be able to see the app on the Fiori Launchpad. But in this case it should be. It takes a bit longer sometimes, but that's okay. Let's wait for a minute for letting it to come on the screen. Okay, so let's just it's taking a bit longer than the expected time. So what we can do, we can refresh. Okay, let's refresh this and let's come back and see if we can find out the app. A couple of minutes. It has come through, so you can see this is the app here. Let's go inside by clicking on the app. Did I click on the app? I thought I did, and it's taking a bit longer again. Okay, now we need to create a project, and we need to include the objects which should be part of the project when you do it for the first time. Because this is a test system, you got multiple of those projects can be seen here by different people. But let's now create an app, sorry, create a project within the Migrate Your Data app. There are two options we see here: migrate data directly from SAP system, migrate data using the staging tables. Now we are going to use the second option. Now this is when we are trying to migrate data within the SAP environment from system for the system upgrade. But in our case, we are going to take the data that we have prepared as CSV files beforehand, using, that's why the option to be used as migrate data using staging tables. Click on that. It's going to take you to next screen, and in this screen you have to put the project name. Let's call it because we're doing in our training session, so let's call it Z Rapid Data Migrate. And we are not going to take data from the remote schema from S4HANA, we are going to take from the local file. So we are going to keep this option here, the first option, and then we are going to select the option here, step 2. So when you just click on somewhere, it's going to open the option step 2. The button will be available to be clicked. You click on this, it's going to take you to the next page. Now we need to transport this project into the next environment when you are working in multi-tier system landscape, from the development into the quality and into the production eventually. Therefore we need to so let's find out. I think I must have got a project under our rapid data, not project, sorry, package named as rapid data. It's not there. So Z R, let's see if I can get something on that in that line. No, Z star. Let's check it. Might be able to find something. Rapid. No, it's not there. So let's check what contains Z. Rapid. Okay. Does it find it out? No. Let's cancel this one. Let's check if we can have a package. We don't have a package here, so why I can't find out. So let's begin with, yeah, you can see the option starts with, so if I say starts with Z, it's called Z star, and if we go, it's going to take us to all the Z packages, and there could be something with our naming. Is there anything with our naming? I don't think so. So in that case, the two options we have, okay, that's fine, let's ignore this one. Let's make it a local package. It's not because you're not transporting it anyway. It's one environment landscape, so let's keep it as local package and then go to step 3. Now let's select the bank, because we are just taking a very simple object for the uploading as a sample upload, and let's select this object. You can select as many as objects as you want to be made as part of the project, and then they could be eventually used for the migration of those individual objects. So let's take it to the next, and then say review. I got this one here, and then create the project. So you got the option here to create the project. You can create the project here. Once you create the project, you got the project here, and it's not started yet because the object is still getting built. Sorry, the project is still getting built with all the components inside the project, and you can see it here, not ready for processing, and that's why it's done now. So the template can be downloaded now. So you can download the template. Let's download the template, which should be filled in with the data. Now most of the times you're going to keep this data ready as the CSV file, and then you just need to fill in the template with the data that you have prepared beforehand. In case of bank data, it's very simple, and so let's take as an example this one, right? So right clicks, and then let's open. Okay, so now you can't. You have to open this one in the Excel. Because the file extension is .xml, but this is an Excel openable file. So you go inside the Excel app, and then you go to data, and no, sorry, in the file you got the option called open here. You can open the file from the download. Select this downloaded template and open it, and it's going to now give you that complete template with the columns, and the three tabs you can see here: introduction, and this is for the basic details about how to fill the template. And you got the field list. In this case, it's quite small number of fields because the bank data is quite simple. And then you got the actual tab where you need to fill in the details of the bank data. Now let's take an example. It enable editing. So let's take an example of Australia. So you got the country key as AU, and then you need to put the bank key. Now in Australia, bank keys are 6-digit keys, and sometimes the way system is set up, it could be 6 digits could be like 3 digits hyphen 3 digits, or it could be 3 digits 3 digits 3 digits space 3 digits, or it could be continuous 6 digits together. There is no gap in between. So let's try with the option as this. Hoping this is the format. We can double check, in the configuration, but we can check later. Let's even if it fails, that's okay. Let's fail it. Test 1 2 3. That's the bank name, and say New South Wales is the state or the region, and then city. Let's call it Sydney. Uh, and that is it. You don't need to fill all the other details. They're not mandatory. Only those 3 or 4 columns are mandatory. By the way, just before I go there, you can check quickly which fields are mandatory. You got the stars here. This one ending with the star. This one ending with the star. This one ending with the star. These fields are mandatory. You can see here as well in this sheet where they describe the field details, and in the importance column they describe which fields are mandatory. Okay. Now let's save this file, and we can save this file in the desktop. Let's call it _1 record, which is one record bank bank data. So let's call it bank data bank key 1 record. And let's save this one. Yeah, so let's close this file. Now let's go back to our Fiori app where we need to upload the file. Now let's look at the file. Click on upload, and it's going to take you to the file explorer where you need to select the file. In this case, this is one file that you want to upload, this one record bank key file. Let's open this file, and it is successfully opened. You can see the validation schedule. That's the next step. So you can go back from here, and it shows that the data successfully transferred to the staging table. You can see it here, and then let's go back, and then let's prepare. Click on prepare. So you got the steps here. Step by step you have to follow the activities. Now unless you do prepare, you cannot do mapping tasks. So click on prepare, and you can read what the consistency check means. In this case you don't need to do it. We just click on prepare staging tables, and if it is, once it is done, you can refresh the page and see what the status is, just in case you are not sure. Sometimes, okay, so now that preparation step is done, so you can see the preparation completed. So you can see the status of the object in the execution phase in this column here, and you can click on mapping task to map the data which are in the file to the target values. Sometimes you have legacy values and you need to map to target values. Generally you prepare the data in the Excel or the XML file in the target value sets, so there is no need to or change the values for the target. But regardless, to follow the process, they have got this concept of value mapping, select them, and you can select all of them. You can confirm basically. So you can confirm here to confirm all the records at once. That's confirmed. The next one you can confirm by clicking on the next line for the mapping of the country key. In this case, again, you can confirm selecting the first column, this column. You can select multiple records if you got, and then click on confirm to confirm all the records mapped as the same value for the target. And region code, the same thing as well. NSW is the region code, and you can confirm it as well. And just one more thing, this drop down that you see here, and when the value is shown here, that's the proposed value by SAP, because the value is part of the AU country code as the region configured in the system. You can see the value as proposed, but if it is not, then it will be blank, and you need to put the right value there, because this is a configured value, so it will not allow you to put some free text as the mapping for the target. So this is all done. So the mappings are confirmed. Let's go to next step. Let's go back. Now you can simulate. You can simulate here. Simulation is the step in which you get any errors or issues that the data might possess. But if the simulation is fine, then you can click on migrate. There is no issue. You can see the simulation is successful here. So all the different tasks status can be seen in the different columns as well in terms of records. You got 3 mapping tasks were pending before the mapping was done. You can see that it's done here. You can see simulation step is complete, so you can see one record, which is the record that we have got in our file, is successfully simulated. And then the migration status is not started because we haven't clicked on the migrate step yet. Therefore, the migration step has got not started equals to 1. Now click on migrate, start migrating. Okay. Now you can see the status. It is successfully migrated. So this is how you process the uploading of data using Migrate Your Data app. Thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.